Hello, cruisers. Trent here, and today I welcome you to cruise along with me. This will be our first interview series of a crew member that's not yet on the boat, so that's pretty exciting. I know that I'm excited to be on the boat. What about you?
Very much so.
So, this job is not desirable to a lot of people. It's long hours, you don't really get to see your friends, you can't really have a family on the ship. Why do you want to do it?
Well, when I started off doing cruising and stuff like that, I really wanted to go for mainly the theatrics, because I know that a lot of performances and things like that happen on boats, and all my life I've been in theaters. So I never got to experience like the actual like cruise level of performances. So I really got a job being curious about that, to be able to watch it play out. Then I just really like got in touch with like the people that were on the boats, the guests, and I turned into a server, and I've been here ever since.
Okay, but this is not your first cruise job, correct?
Nope.
And how did you feel about your last position?
The last position, I did like some things about it. However, the company wasn't very good to me, so I decided to come here.
And what were a few of the things that you enjoyed?
I really enjoyed interacting with my peers, interacting with the guests, being able to create a special experience for them and make them smile was really my big thing.
Can you tell me a little bit about your job history before working on this upcoming ship?
Well, I've been in theater training for about 16 years of my life. I've started ever since I was super duper young, and so I've done theater-based things off of that, but I've been little things like a barber, a stylist, a jeweler, different things like that. I ran a little online store at one point too. So
you've really done a lot. So let's kind of narrow the scope here. What is your goal, let's say 5 years down the line? Where do you want to be career-wise?
I would absolutely love to be a costumer for a traveling company of any show, really, to be able to set up their outfits, sew everything that they need, make sure everything's orderly, and get the show on the road.
So long-term, you don't really think you want to be working on a cruise ship really long-term here?
Not quite. Now, if I do manage to find a good theatrical setting on a cruise ship, I will happily stay with them, because really I just want to do the theatrics and make people smile with that.
Now, what's so interesting about you is you mentioned earlier that you do have a fiance. Do you see any challenges with that, like working on a ship and being gone for 6 months?
A little bit, yeah, but this fiance is kind of new for me. So what happens with this is that I do this, and then I get the money, I save a lot of it for my future careers, and then we take a little trip together.
Do you think he'd ever want to work on the cruise line with you? Because as you know, if you do have a partner, you can share a room.
Well, we have thought about it. However, he is in school to be able to be an aerospace engineer, because he's smart, so he's doing school for that. So not quite yet. Now, if he's able to get online classes and just online classes for certain things and not being able to go in for labs and things like that, he thought that it'd be a good idea.
Okay, and do you have any nerves, things that you're worried about with this new upcoming role?
I'm a little bit nervous about mainly management. The management at my last company was horrible at best. It was very uncomfortable. I felt uncomfortable around the managers. They didn't work well with me. I didn't work well with them, even though I really, really tried. And they were just very rude to me as well, which I didn't appreciate. And they also made fun of me for some things that I also cannot help about my being as well. So
That's
I really
disgusting.
just hope that the next one is a lot better than this. I hope that the managers are good, that I'll be able to work with them, because that's a very important thing in a job, is to be able to work with the people who are higher up than you, not just the people who are the same level as you are.
Definitely. 3 more questions to kind of finish this off.
Of course.
First off, as you know, we're going to be going to training here tomorrow. Are you worried about that at all?
Not really, no. I'll get the feel of everything. I can kind of slip in wherever I need to, just get a hold on things. And that's a good start. The main thing you need to drive a bike is to figure out the handlebars first.
Perfect. Next, let's say someone wants to work on a cruise ship. How did you get your job?
When I got my first cruise job, I looked on Indeed, but really I went from there and did word of mouth. One of my friends works on the ship that we are looking at to be on right now, and I heard from him that it was a good company. So Indeed, word of mouth is a big one as well, and really just to see which companies are best for you by looking at their cruise experiences, people's cruise experiences, look up online, things like that.
Perfect. This last one's not so much of a question, but kind of a favor. Let's say 3 weeks down the line you end up hating it.
Yeah.
Would you mind returning, just kind of explaining why it did not work out for you?
Yeah, of
or
course.
6 months down the line, let's say you absolutely love it. I'd love to hear the same thing, just so you can kind of share your answers compared to now from really when you got to experience everything.
Yeah, totally.
Perfect. Well, this was Elle. I'm cruising with Trent, and thanks for cruising along with me today. Please like, please subscribe, and please comment. You don't want to see Elle cry. I already cry daily. Already used to me crying about you not commenting, but please comment.
I will cry.
It will be bad. Comment. But cruisers, goodbye.
Please subscribe to my channel.